2 should appear from here, so let's adjust that. Select both of these layers, press P for position, and let's bring them over here. Select both of the position, right click and choose separate dimensions and create one keyframe at the start. Go few frame forward and we will create another keyframe over here. Then go to the start over here. We will select this F and this E and we will move them over here. So you can also adjust it like this. You can select this and also adjust it over here. And in this point, select both of these layers and change the Y position of this one somewhere around over here. Okay, don't change the X position over here. We don't need any X position. Like this, and select those keyframes and hit F9. Sorry, only select Y position keyframes and we will hit F9 and go over here, go few frame forward, create both the keyframes and create one keyframe at Y, and in middle of that we will bring this a little bit upward. Select those Y position keyframes, go to the graph editor, zoom in, select those keyframes and hit F9. Select this by holding shift. We will move this handle over here. Select this and we will move this handle over here. Select this, we will move this handle over here. Select this, we will move this handle over here. Zoom in a little bit. Select this, we will move this handle over here, this handle over here, this handle over here, and this handle over here. Okay, now select both of them and enable motion blur. So as you guys can see, we'll get transition from here. So press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U, go over here and we will type, let's say 2 or let's say -2. Okay, hit page down button 2 times, select this and move this over here. Or let's bring this somewhere over here. And I'm going to select this E over here. Let's say first I want F to animate, so this is my F, so I'll move this over here, hit page down button 2 to 3 times and I'll move this E over here like this. Okay, so this is for this one. Now let's animate this B, which is going to come from this one. So I'll select this and I'll move this over here. Press P, again right click and choose separate dimensions, create one keyframe over here, go few frame forward, create another keyframe and go to the start, and initially it should be over here, and in middle of that obviously it should be over here. Delete the X position keyframe, go few frame forward, create one keyframe at Y, and in middle of that we will bring this over here. Select those Y position keyframes, hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this, move this handle over here, move this handle over here, this handle over here, this handle over here, this one should be over here, this one over here. So if you see now, you will get something like this. Press R for rotation, create one keyframe, hit U, go over here, let's make this -2. Enable the motion blur. Also, this is coming from this stuff. So press S, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, create another keyframe, go to the start, and initially the scale should be 0, so it will look like this. Similarly, for this one also, if you want, you can press S, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, create another keyframe, and at the start you can reduce the scale. So you will get this kind of transition, and you can copy the scaling keyframe, hit Ctrl C, go over here and hit Ctrl V. Okay, so you will get something like this. Now we have this two remaining, so we will adjust that, which is going to be animated at this point. So select this, move this over here, press P, let's go downwards, select both of them, choose separate dimensions, one keyframes, go few frame forward, create another keyframe, and go to the start and simply move them over here. In middle of that, it should be at up. Let's delete the exposition keyframes, go few frame forward, create another keyframes, and in middle of that we will bring this a little bit upward. Select those keyframes and hit F9, go to the graph editor, move this handle over here, over here, and let's select both the layers, and let's select this and let's move this handle over here, and we'll move this handle over here. Okay, so animation will get little bit fast. Also press R, create one keyframe, hit U, and let's make this -2, -2. Also enable the motion blur. Also go to the start, select this, press S initially, let's make this 10, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, let's make this 100. Select those keyframes and hit Ctrl C, go over here and hit Ctrl V, like this. So if you see this animation now, we will get something like this. And now let's animate this properly. Now right click, new, and create one null object, and select both these null objects, and let's make it apparent with this null 3. Now go to the start, or let's go somewhere around over here. Now as you guys know, this is starting from here, so initially I'll move this stuff over here, press P for position, create one keyframe, then go few frame forward, which is somewhere around at this point. I'm gonna move this over here. Okay, so if I see this now, I'll get something like this. Also you can select F9. So first I'll get this, and then I'll get this. So this is how you can create this kind of animation inside of After Effects.